Starfield is definitely a game that has faced a lot of criticism. Even though it was a decent experience, a lot of people felt like it just needed a bit more time to cook, and Bethesda developers were way too ambitious with this project. But now Bethesda is bizarrely replying to negative Starfield reviews online. I have a few different things that I want to show off, but before we get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, follow me on social media, and consider supporting through Patreon or via YouTube membership. So this is a PC Invasion article. It says something that developers almost never do is respond to bad reviews of its games, and it's very obvious to see why, because if someone doesn't like your game, it is what it is. You already got the purchase from them, and if they are talking about bugs or glitches, you're most likely going to have to address those eventually, whether it's in patch notes or a statement because something is so broken and other people are facing issues. But to go on to something like a forum and respond to individuals and basically say you're playing the game wrong is something that developers almost never do, because it's not going to lead to positivity, right? You're just going to be criticized because you are a developer at a major company. It says it's just a bad look, but a few days ago, fans noticed that Bethesda was bizarrely replying to negative reviews of its space RPG. Now, obviously, when you are putting time and effort into a project and you put your heart and your soul into a game you're creating, yeah, you want it to go positively. You want people to be playing it and ultimately just enjoying it. But them going on Steam and responding to negative reviews has definitely not gone in their favor. Bethesda Kraken, that is marked as a developer, said, "We appreciate you taking the time to provide your review and sorry to hear that you did not enjoy your time in Starfield. If you feel that things are getting boring, there is so much more to do than just the main missions. Some of Starfield's planets are meant to be empty by design, but that's not boring. When the astronauts went to the moon, there was nothing there. They certainly weren't bored. The intention of Starfield's exploration is to evoke a feeling of smallness in the player and make you feel overwhelmed. There are also many side missions where you can learn more about the people and story of Starfield. You can build your own outposts and ships and customize them to your enjoyment." And honestly, these are all things that I would generally agree with, right? Because I played Starfield, while it was not a 10 out of 10 game, I felt like even if you got bored in subparts, there were so many different things you can do. As it says, you can do the main storyline, you can do the side missions, you can collect materials and build, you can do outposts, you can do starships, you can do consumables. Like, there are a lot of different things you can do. But unfortunately, while this is all true, going into reviews and basically telling people you're playing the game wrong is not a positive look. This is not something you should do. Honestly, it really feels like these are all written by like PR interns. Like, they didn't have anything else to do, so they had to write a report on the feedback to the game, and in the act of, collecting information, they took it upon themselves to write these ridiculous responses, because there are several being posted. This one is by a developer, but there are some being posted by just Bethesda customer support. And obviously they're probably not going to get fired for doing this if they're interns, but the legitimate developers are most likely going to have very long talks to. These people, these developers, I don't think are just going to get away with this, because they shouldn't be on forums responding to reviews. Again, it's one thing if they are responding to tickets where people are saying, hey, this mission is broken, or this NPC I can't talk to and it's glitched. That's one thing. But going into a forum, going onto Steam, and basically saying you're playing the game wrong is just going to bring negativity to your project, and it is just so bizarre, right? Because over the years, Bethesda has made some amazing products, do not get me wrong, but Starfield was known for being a classic Bethesda release where it was very buggy, very glitchy, it had some issues, and yeah, in another half a year, when there are thousands of mods out for the game, it will probably be a fantastic experience, but that's not the experience a lot of people had at launch or even now. And responding to people who are criticizing your product just is not a good look. And trying to make the negative reviewer understand that they're somehow in the wrong is not something that developers should be doing on social media. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this, make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you didn't, make sure to give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.